Hey, I'm Christina and welcome to my YouTube channel. I actually haven't decided a name, haven't decided anything. I look like shit, I guess, so there's that. But my friends have convinced me to start a channel based on my houseplant. So I think the first thing that we should do is do a houseplant tour kind of thing, right? Because you want to see my plants. That's why you're here, right? Okay, so should we start inside, outside? I don't know. Maybe we'll just start right here because I'm already standing here. So this is in our living room. It's a mess, so when I show you the living room, please don't judge me. So this is where we are. You walk in the house over there, come straight through, you step on a bunch of baby toys, and here we are. So we have a Syndapsis pictus argyrius. His name is Charlie. Got some lacewing eggs cards all around because I found some thrips on a monstera a couple weeks ago and contacted my people that I get the cards from, and I decided that I'm actually just going to start doing that as a preventative, like every few months. So down here, another one of those little cards. I didn't take the stickies off of this because I don't really need it right now, but Tillandsia xerographica. I'm not sure what type of Tillandsia this is, but I have two of these types of air plants. Philodendron Brazil. Very big. Like, I'm about to drop it, just trying to take this video. A peace lily that actually was separated from my stepdaughter's big peace lily plant, and she gave me a piece of it. This one's name is Carl, based off of Shameless, actually, because I have a huge monstera named Monica. She's outside. She has a piece of Monica. Its name is Frank, and so this is Carl. And then we have like Fiona. Yeah, we have all of them. Debbie. The only one we didn't name something was Lip, and that was because she didn't want to. So, oh shit, I just dropped a leaf. Well, it was kind of dying anyway. So, let's see, where should we go next? Let's go to this other hanging side. So this is like a combination pot. It's got Cebu blue, some regular golden pothos back there. I think it's got some lemon lime or neon or whatever that one was. Some micans. It's like my trailing philodendron pothos pot. It's just a combo of everything that was just cuttings. And then another Brazil that like just chills at almost the same size year round. I don't know, it just doesn't like this spot, I guess. So this is my shrimp plant. Its name is Django, and it did not look like this when I got it. It was like a full topiary thing, and really, yeah, all these leaves, that's from that. Anyway, moving on. So we've got the Syngonium, and I'm not really sure what kind it is. I'm sure it's just like the typical white butterfly one or whatever, but I actually took this as a cutting from my grandma's plant, and it's got a new leaf coming up. And honestly, you guys, this rooted so fast. Like, it rooted so fast, and then I moved it to soil. It was in moss. I moved it to soil, and it's been doing pretty well. All right, next up. So this is like the little area that I do like my cuttings and propagations and things for this windowsill that are like trying to do things. So I have a Philodendron Pink Princess who is currently rooting in Perlite and Stratum. And she's got a new leaf coming in. There we go. This is a black gold goldfish plant that I got from my mom. Actually, I took cuttings. You can see the roots actually kind of like grew out because it was in such a humid environment that the roots just like grew. I had it in a plastic bag. And then I got this Monstera Schneideriana Aloe cutting as kind of like a extra plant gift purchase when I bought a couple of other things from this other girl. It's got some new growth coming in. This is in perlite and stratum too, and this should be something that you just get used to because my baby will be making noise in the background, and she's adorable, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, yes I see you. Yes I see you, pretty girl. That's Mars. You gonna help them show the plants? Yeah? Come here. So she loves to grab plants, so I am gonna have to hold her now that she's not distracted by food. So next we have a little Pilea Peperum Whitey's baby that I took off of a different plant that I'll show you in a little bit. This is a Florida Ghost top cutting that I got that's rooting in perlite and stratum. Oh, the roots on that one are crazy too. This is an Allocation flying squid, and it's been a time with this one. It completely died back. I took the corms out, put them in moss, and that's kind of like what it's in right now, but it was like in a Taco Bell cup, getting misted in a plastic bag, on a heat mat, this kind of thing, like for a long time, until it like fully grew back and it couldn't fit in the bag anymore, or in the plastic cup anymore, I should say. And so I had to like move it out, and it's been doing well. But my other one, I actually took the corm and put it in some water because it basically died back too. All right, so then we have some Raphidophora, Tetrasperma cuttings. There is a second little wet stick, I guess I should say. It had a second leaf, it had a leaf and it died. It was two separate cuttings. One of them, the leaf fell off, so the stick is just in that moss. My aunt gave me this Pilea baby, and then this Monstera cutting is from my big Monstera outside, and it does not have a name. Honestly, I think that only a few of these have names right now because they're not real plants, because they're not rooted fully. So this one is Princess Bubblegum. This one is Stan. And I think that's about it for those. All right, so moving to the floor. It's so weird looking at this like in non-winter, because winter, all of my plants are like inside, and this area just looks so bland right now. So this big one with the pole is a Philodendron Squamous, and I love, love, love the fuzzy petioles. That is probably what made me want to get this plant, honestly. It's just so pretty. And then this is, so I have two of these because this was a big plant and I split it up into two, but it was basically 4 plants in one pot, and I put 2 plants into each one. And so I have basically the same setup upstairs in our bedroom too, and you'll see that one. This is Valentino. I got it for Valentine's Day from Dan, my husband. It's been doing really well. It's just a typical flamingo lily anthurium, you know. And then let's see, we have another Monstera down there, an elephant ear that actually I gave to our friend and he accidentally left it, so its name is Moskowitz because that's his last name. And then this is so I have a silver squill, but this is like a green squill. I love the detail. And then a purple passion plant, which hates me and is doing very poorly, so I'm not going to focus on that one. It's okay. And then we have an Alocation Cuprea baby. And I actually have the mom plant upstairs. That was an interesting plant purchase journey. And then a Begonia Brazilian lady. This was taken as cuttings from a plant that I got for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. And I took some pieces of it from myself because it needed to be trimmed. And I think that's where I'm going to pause this. All right, so we are going to do the second part of this video. Marley is on the floor playing, and I'm rewrapped, ready for her when she decides that she's changed her mind again, because that's how toddlers are. All right, so we are gonna move over to this one because there's only a few plants over here. It doesn't get a lot of light, so I have to have like a supplemental grow light, and I will put the, good thing there's no bats in there. I will put a link in the description, I guess, maybe if I can. I got this from like Lowe's or Home Depot or something in their little lighting bulbs area. But anyway, it helps our micans over here, and also I have about 5 micans, so you're gonna see a lot of those. And this one likes to trail. New growth, but I kind of let it go to right there because babies and cats. And I don't want either one of them messing up my stuff. Alright, and then we have some coleus that is rooted in water and then has some leca up top. And this is a cutting from my plant that's outside on the front porch that I will also be showing you, but it is like ginormous now. It took about 1 day for it to go crazy. Now this is, it was a like little extra kind of like that Schneideriana, so I don't remember if she said this is a melanochrysum or a splendid, but either way it reminds me of my micans, and it's gonna get big and beautiful just like this. Another coleus that I just have in leca, and then water underneath. My wedding flowers, an anniversary, and that kind of thing. I keep them even though they're dead. Oh, here's the other air plant that I was talking about. Snake plant that was given to me by my aunt. Gets very little light over here. Now this plant is another golden pothos. My grandma gave me this whole plant. She just turned 94 on the 3rd of July, and she still keeps plants, but she's getting old and tired of taking care of them, and so she gave me one of them. And it has lived in water for about 10 years, and so I replaced the water once, and she never had added fertilizer or anything. So the fact that it's doing well in my care and it's gotten fertilized, I just added like some hydroponic fertilizer from another plant that I had, or from my arrow garden actually. All right, so more plants over here behind the couch. So we have a very rough looking spider plant Tradescantia mix because this area does not get any light besides from this window, and that is not ideal. Madagascar dragon tree. This was given to me by my aunt as well. The same aunt, she gave me like 1,000 plants because she's very planty too, and I love it. All right, this was also given to me by her, but I actually repotted it because it was in a pot that was too big and it was kind of like dying a little bit, but it looks like it's turning around some. Philodendron Pothos, they just are so easy, so I know that it's just gonna do fine. All right, so I have some cuttings here. I actually need to pot these. The string of rubies is what I'm referring to, because the Tradescantia are my little helpers. They actually just stay in water for the rooting hormone. I have them in a bunch of like little glasses with my cuttings so that way they can help my cuttings root. They root very readily. So this is just some succulent leaves that I pulled off of my ghost plant outside. I'm going to be giving them to my neighbor actually. She has a little tilted pot, and I want to plant these with plant them in there for her because it just looks so sad every time I drive by. And is that weird? Is that like overstepping? I don't know. I hope she didn't take offense to it. All right, so anyway, we've got some swallowtail caterpillars and I'm just waiting. There was dill and celery in there. And then here is my Pilea peperomoides mother that I got from, I think I got it from a girl that I went to go pick up some plants because she couldn't drive or something like that. And like one of the local plant nursery ladies, like she has a wholesale nursery, and she gave that girl like 50 plants and I delivered them. And she was like, because you delivered them, you can have a couple plants. And so she gave me a snake plant and then that Pilea peperomoides. And then the little baby that was on it, I separated. So that's downstairs inside. Should we go downstairs outside? Yeah, because some of my plants are out there that, what is it? Marley. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So, like I said, we're gonna do the outside plants. I wrapped up Marley. We are in a super comfy front reinforced torso sling. Bijou Wear, windmills. I wanna say Legacy or Petrichor. I can't remember which colorway because there were two black ones. One was like mercerized cotton mixed, and the other one was a Tencel Eco 2 cotton mix, and that's the one that I have. I can't remember which name of the fabric blend, which the right one. So anyway, I digress. So we're going outside. Gigi. It's either the cat or the baby is underneath my feet. All right, so we are outside in my glorious backyard, and this is one of my favorite places to be when it's not like extremely hot. But we do live in South Carolina, near the coast in the low country, and so it is very humid. So I'll be only spending a few minutes out here before I start sweating profusely, and it looks like my phone is dying. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the plants out here, and then we'll go back inside and do upstairs. So here is my little succulent planter that lives on the side of my house. I actually acquired this from Facebook Market, or no, it was some girl, she was moving and she knew that she couldn't take the planter. Oh shit. Well, my whole fucking thing just fell apart. So that's cool. Nice thing about succulents is that hopefully that will all turn into a new plant. I don't know if that happened because it's rotted, but as I said, we've been getting way too much rain. But this drains really well, but obviously, you know, not enough sometimes. Anyway, yeah, I've got, you know, all types of stuff just hanging out in here. I kind of like, this is like the organized part. I try to put the leaves, like bum leaves like this, on the second row in the soil so that way it's not too directly underneath the sun while they're trying to root. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that when I came out here, but you know, plant life. Yeah, so these have been out here since March. Sorry, I didn't even look to see. So we've got like ghost plants that I got from a local lady for free. She was like, they've been sitting on my porch behind my chairs, not getting any sun. So they were like super etiolated, but they're actually looking a lot better now. And then a mother of millions that was on the front porch. It's really funny. These like kind of like to grow sideways, so the roots are down on the stem right there. And then a Reddit friend actually gave me a ton of like little cuttings and stuff, and some of it has not fared well. Others are doing the most. So there's that. All right. So let's see. We've got a purple heart. And I'm only going to show you like my plants. Like my husband, he has a whole ass like garden orchard thing going on, but I'm going to show you my plants because those are the ones that I take care of. So yeah, the purple heart, and it has like some wildflowers also in there, probably from our wedding. So this Clematis I planted a few weeks ago. It's already flowered a couple of times. You can see like that's a flower bud that was gone, but we're gonna get some more coming up. Like it is growing really, really well. We've got fairy castle cactus and a haworthia. I'm not really like familiar with varieties of haworthias, but we got a fiddly fig. Oh, this guy's name is Cheese. This is Chico. He was probably like this tall when I put him outside a couple months ago. I thought I saw a spider mite on him, and so outside they went. I have a Dracaena, and it's kind of been getting burnt up a little bit, but it's still doing well overall, so I'm leaving it out here. It was in the same corner with Monica, my big Monstera. And she has also been outside since March. And she's got lots of new growth. Tons of new leaves coming in. Some burning because of the sun, but like I said, ow, I just stepped in the ant pile, I think. Ouch. That hurt. We've got another Dracaena marginata, and listen, this one and me have been back and forth doing things, so it's outside because I'm not doing it anymore. And then another fragrance, or a mascane actually. This is a Massingian something something. But like the fragrance and the Dracaena and like this and now snake plants and everything are all in the same family, and I don't know what the hell they're called anymore. Mascane, that's what it's called. We got some citronella and some milkweed. And then these three big pots, I did some cucumbers, some wildflowers, and maybe some squash. I'm not really sure. And then up here, I have a cutting of a pitcher plant that my neighbor gave me. And I'm pretty sure it's rooted at this point, but I don't really take it out to mess with it because I'm scared. I've never had a pitcher plant and I don't want to mess it up. But it does look like it has new growth. Like I think that it stopped like right there. So when she first gave it to me, and it did have a pitcher, I cut that off because it was brown and not doing anything, and it was collecting water. But we are now making our way to the front of the house. All right, so I've got a spider plant, a baby angel, or a angel sun baby, something like that. So pretty, flowers all the time. It's in like direct sun all day. And then we have some Kalanchoe pink scallops. This thing has been going nuts. It's kind of like taken over the whole pot, unfortunately, because my buttons and everything are dying. And let's see, over here, we've got an aloe that I took the baby from my mom's house. This mug has a crack in it. I don't remember what I put in this. It hasn't started doing anything yet, so obviously a snake plant and a jade. And then this is another one that my Reddit friend gave me, so he actually like labeled everything because he's fucking fancy. But this little aloe, little donkey hybrid, blue burrito is what it's called. we've got an Echeveria that I chopped down. And then Variegated. This is Euphorbia Flinaganii, and it's called like a Medusa plant or something. It was flowering. It's actually doing okay. I can't remember what this one is called. The sticker I think is on the other side of the house with the other ones. And then this is not the right label, obviously. That is like a peanut cactus or something. So I named it Peanut. Back there we have some more kalanchoe. Another kalanchoe, and then this is a Euphorbia corncob plant. I just got it a couple days ago. This is a little arrangement of things that I've thrown in there. So there's Variegated, there's some of my Tornia Schneideriana, some pink scallops. I think this is a Euphorbia, like a African milk tree, but like it was already in there and I just added stuff to it. More jade, more scallops, ghost plant. This was an arrangement. Those snake plants look so dried out and sad. Oh my gosh. Okay, now, so this one I call Grandma, Mother of Millions, because she actually has been chopped and propped. That's like another one of her babies. So the thing that's over in that other planter was part of this. So this is actually growing pretty well. It's like a little cup of rooted stuff. I actually keep it in this Bulbasaur, but it has been raining and it was really wet, so I took it out. Got a huge aloe that I got from a lady that was moving. More clematis. I actually, this is my project that I've been doing, like growing it up these things. Snake plants. Another little aloe, Christmas Carol aloe. This is a Euphorbia lactea ghost cactus or plant. Oh. Okay. Some elephant ear. This is that coleus I was telling you about that like has gone insane. Well, I guess I shouldn't say insane, that's ableist. It has really grown a lot since I bought it and planted it. And then we've got another Tradescantia. This one is kind of like the baby bunny belly, but like it looks bad right now because it's kind of gotten burnt, but I actually just repotted it the other day because it was so root bound, so bad. So we've got green Oxalis, purple Oxalis, my Tornia Schneideriana, and all of that white is diatomaceous earth. I actually put it on there because it suffers from mealybugs really bad all the time. Every time I look at it, it's got mealybugs. So, all right, some variegated prickly pear cuttings. This one is obviously about to die. Maybe I should take them inside and put them on drier soil than this. And then I've got an Amaryllis bulb that I actually just like pulled out of this area like a year and a half or so ago and then put it into soil. And yeah. All right, we've got a holiday cactus. I want to say it's Thanksgiving, but I can't remember. We've got a little lipstick plant back there that has really taken off as well. This is Mama Zebby, my Tradescantia zebrina, and she is like a mom plant for a lot of my other Tradescantia, so that's why I call her Mama Zebby. Most of my plants have names, but some of them don't, especially when I have like duplicate plants. This is an African false hosta. I love plants that have like cool foliage, which is how I ended up getting this silver squill. I love it. This grows from a bulb. People always call it a succulent, but it is not. It is drought tolerant, but like it's obviously not a succulent because it grows from a bulb. Let me show you my pretty planter that my aeoniums down in there are not doing well, but the ghost plants are going wild and they're loving it. So I bought this as like a 6-pack of 12 plants or something. Planted them up in that, and then I got I got 3 aeonium from like in a tradey planty group that I'm in, and I potted those in the center. But aeoniums are dormant in the summer and they grow in the winter and fall, and so this heat, and they are like literally direct sun, they get pelted all day, so they are not liking that. And one of them has lost all of its leaves, the other ones have lost a couple, and I'm just hoping that they make it, because I might end up having to buy some more ones and replant it, because I love the way that planter looked in the fall when it was kind of new. I guess I shouldn't say fall, it was like April, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the downstairs, and I'm gonna try to get this baby to do something, and then we'll do some upstairs plants maybe later or tomorrow, just because Dan's working, kids are here, and I don't want them in my videos, so not like that anyway. I don't want to interrupt anybody when they're trying to do their own thing. So I love you, bye. Okay, so we are, sorry, I'm just adjusting my nose ring, I'm not picking my nose. Anyway, so we are about to do like the upstairs area. We are in the loft. And so I'm gonna go through each of these, and then, so the kids have plants in their bedrooms, but that's their rooms, those are their plants, and so I will not be showing you those because I don't care for them. They are their plants, and if they have things that they need from me, like plant advice, then they will come to me with their actual plant and ask me, but they stay in their rooms. They actually have the best light in the entire house, and I'm so jealous because fuck those kids, but you know, love them, gotta love them. So we're gonna get started with the upstairs. Okay, so first things first, let me clean off my screen. This is a sweet potato that I have ended up neglecting. It just sits here, and I kind of just like the way that like the vines, they're definitely like not doing anything anymore, but I like the way that it looks because it's kind of creepy. I haven't watered it in several months, and I have lots of sweet potato vines just like hanging out because I love them. But this little strand is still doing well, and the thing about sweet potatoes is that like if I wanted to create an actual potato off of this, I could just take a piece of this and plant it, and it would grow roots and an actual potato eventually. But I didn't do that, and let me see what happens. So anyway, next up, a little jade plant and a little chocolate soldier panda plant type thing that isn't really rooted. I mean, I just tuck it down like that. So this window, I'm gonna look at my compass right now, is northwest, meaning that this light is okay for plants. I mean, obviously, like I said, the kids have the best lights in the house, or the best windows in the house, I should say, because theirs are south facing. I'm just gonna, like, their rooms are on the left of me, so this way, and I'm just gonna turn. So their windows are southwest at 232 degrees, and honestly, I'd rather have that than my crap windows. But anyway, we have a rubber tree, Ficus tenuki, yeah. And then a flaming Katie that's not doing too well because it's inside. Put your cactus and succulents outside if you can, if you have the room. It did bloom for me once, but I need to just move it outside. A little Haworthia that actually, so the thing about this is that I didn't realize that this was a real plant when I first got it, and I wasn't watering it, didn't provide it any sun. Like I had it with like some fake plants actually, and so yeah, I've already pulled off a lot of dead stuff. But now it is doing okay. Another freaky sweet potato that also hasn't been watered in a long time. We have some Tornia Schneideriana cuttings that are rooted. They are rooted fully. A little bit of mother of millions that is inside and not growing because it's inside. Please don't even look at this. This is a cutting from a begonia that it is rooted, like it has roots, but it looks really bad. And honestly, that's surprisingly not smooshy at the bottom. And then a little Peperomia Piccolo Banda. Woo! Jeez Louise, what was that? Oh, I lost a flower stalk. So, Peperomia Piccolo Banda. So this one, oh, it's a daddy and a baby. So this one is super flowery. Where are you going? Give me that baby. You gotta get to work. What's this? Spice World?
No.
Oh, no. No.
I think that might be tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
I feel like if something comes from USPS, it's going to be a day behind.
Okay, so I have acquired this baby, and we are going to continue our upstairs plant tour. Piccolo Banda, basically what I was about to say is that it like flowers a lot, like all the time, and what I do is I end up actually snipping the flowers back usually, or at least I did. Marley just wants to say hi. And what I did was, because the flower stalks, don't do that, baby, because the flower stalks look like this, what I did was I cut the flower stalks like basically down to there if I could, and then if it was in a place where I actually needed, sorry, she keeps flipping the camera view. So if she, stop please. So basically I cut it back to right there on the actual plant while it's still stuck to it. But with something like this, I would cut the leaves off, each leaf, and then like at the stem part, like right there. And then I would cut like this in half, and then I'd stick both ends in soil, and I will show you a fully propagated plant that I got from just the flower stalk pieces that I took off the last time. So, like I said, can you tell them what it's called? Peperomia Piccolo Banda. Yeah, exactly. Just like that. All right, so putting this one back, and then we can move to the hanging ones. So when I was pulling the banda out, the string of hearts kind of like got tangled up in it, and I'm just really hoping that nothing broke, because that would be very terrible. So this is my regular string of hearts. I killed a couple of variegated ones not too long ago, so I'm like crossing my fingers that this goes well, but we have a lot of new growth since I bought it. It just like hangs down back there though. Like I have this directed this way, and then it just hangs. Okay. Another Micans. I have a problem, I know. And then a huge golden pothos that I got for like $7, I think, from Walmart or Lowe's or something, because picking up where we left off, I ended up having to wrap Marley again. This is a double hammock with a candy cane chest belt. It is probably my base size at this time because, yeah, girl. And so, yeah, my base size has gone up. So this is a size 7. So I think that this is like my base. It might be a little longer than a 7. So maybe a base plus half. So double hammock, candy cane truss belt, Emmeline Textiles. This is Amelia ink, but I had it custom dyed for me, and I named it Tequila Sunrise because tequila, but also I found this like awesome picture of this really cool volcano, and then this also very cool tequila sunrise, and they kind of had similar colors. So Kai, my son, that's the one that I actually bought this wrap for, he calls it the volcano wrap, but its official name is Amelia Ink Tequila Sunrise. Back to your scheduled planty videos though. So I was so rudely interrupted by this baby talking about this from Walmart. Yeah, it was like on the clearance rack because the lady had said that they had got too many plants in and that they couldn't care for all of them, and so all the excess ones they just put on the rack. And this was not this big when I got it, obviously. I mean, I think it was probably like right there, and then maybe this one is here. I was gonna like try to, oh, I think the thing fell off. I was gonna try to like kind of like have it climb up the walls and stuff like that, but you know, it's doing what it wants to do. Oh, by the way, names. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is Elastigirl, my rubber plant, Elastica, you know, Ficus elastica. So this is, yeah, Elastigirl. And then honestly, I don't think any of the other ones that we have talked about yet have names besides the hanging one. So this is Lola. Lola. Oh, my Lola. Anyway, and then I can't remember if I gave this one a name. I mean, it's pretty big. I feel like it needs a name, right? I'd have to look in my app and see. Well, this little lady over here, love, 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 Patricia. So this is a black pagoda lipstick plant. And I, like I said, love interesting foliage. So this, like the green is the front side of the leaf. And then when you see this, this is the back. And I have only had this for like not enough time for it to flower. So I've never seen it flower. But this is not one of the lipstick plants apparently that has like the cool looking, like lipstick looking tube flower. It still looks like that, but it's similar colored to the foliage, and so you can't really, like, they aren't as noticeable, I guess, because they're not like bright pink or bright red. Well, that's why your girl got one downstairs. Okay, so this is my goldfish plant. Its name is Lil Guppy, and it flowers all the time. Like, I've got one right there going. Some of them are on their way out, but like literally this plant always has flowers on it somewhere, whether they're alive or dead. I really don't care because it's such a nice pop of color. Very enjoyable to have because it's always doing something good. All right, next up, another peace lily, which also, like I said, came from my daughter's big one. I think this is Liam, I don't know. Like I said, they're all named from shameless characters, but I know that Debbie belongs to my mother-in-law, and that, I don't know, one of them my mom has. So she gave my mom a piece, her grandma a piece, and me, I got 2 pieces. So I can't remember what all of them are named, but the one downstairs I know is Carl. And that's all. So this is another mass cane, and I don't know what the hell is going on with it because it's got like weird things going on the leaves. Like, I don't know. If you know what this is, just tell me. And then there was a monstera right here. Honestly, it could be thrips damage because there was a monstera that was right here, and I actually meant to show you it when we were outside because it has been outside for probably a month or so now because I saw one thrip on it. One is all that it needs to become an infestation, and that is when I send them away. So Monica, my big Monstera, same thing. Found one thrip, put her outside, treated her, you know. But Monica has been outside since March, and this one has been outside, I don't know, like a month. Like I said, oh, my Micans, it's just so pretty. It's kind of tangled up, but look at this new growth. It's not focusing. There we go. New growth there. Oh, I love to see it. The top doesn't look all that great. And it gets like, I actually have closed this vent because it directly was pounding on top of the Micans. And I really think that, okay, so our room is a mess. And so I'm just not going to even turn the camera around until we get to the plants because I don't want to talk about it. Anyway. So we got a few plants on the windowsill and then like this little corner that I'm about to show. So in this corner, it's just, you know, so we've got another one of those same Utilitech grow lights. And then I actually just picked up these props and this little cute propagation jar hanging thing from this girl that I was actually picking up more glass jars from her for props, and I had given her a lot of cuttings and plants and that kind of thing, and she included this and some leaf shine, and I'm just like so enthusiastic about it because this is so pretty. And so she included some global green, some cebu blue, and some Pothos Enjoy, and I don't have the global green or the Enjoy, so I was really excited about that. All right, next we've got a fairy castle cactus again. This is not rooted. It was like rotting when I got it, and so I put it on some dry soil. Let's see how it goes. Lithops, which some of them are doing well. I think I've had like 3 casualties, and you can see that one of them right there is dead. And I'm afraid to water this one because it looks so wrinkly and like ready for water, but then every time I go to water it when they look like that, they end up looking like this next. So I'm scared. But you can see that a couple of them have split. So I don't know. Then we have a little Rattlesnake Canadia that I actually, I just said that wrong. Rattlesnake Canadia. I grew this back from corms. It was dying, but look at that, we've got another new leaf coming in. Yeah, so this started out as nothing, and same thing, like in the prop box, like this flying squid. So all right, so this is the second squamifern that I was talking about earlier, that I have the second one upstairs. I got this Philodendron silver sword for free. It was not staked or anything. Like the girl kind of just like neglected it, and I was like, oh, I'll come pick it up. And I had the moss and a stake and a pot and everything that was perfect for it, and I just staked it up, and it looks a lot happier now. Like you guys, I wish, like, I'm not very good at editing, and I don't know how I can like add in the little screen clip thing to show you what it looked like before, but I can try. I don't know. This is gonna be a shit show, I'm sure. So we've got another Philodendron Pink Princess. So this one is actually in Pawn and Stratum at the top anyway. So it was in Pawn when I bought it from the nursery, but it was not rooted. Like the roots were very small. Okay, and then this is the Piccolo Banda from the cuttings. You can see that it's like from the cuttings. I actually need to water this because it's used to being very humid. This is the Cupria Mama, and she's got a new leaf coming in. Now this is my baby. I've got a Monstera Albo that Dan bought me for our anniversary, and it's got several growth points that are about to be, oh my gosh, oh, I thought I saw something crazy happening and I was so excited. All right, so some agave, another wild looking sweet potato. This is a friendship plant. I think that it's called a Pilea something, I don't know, I can't remember. Snake plant that is nice and robust and growing babies. And then this is another like combination pot. So we've got some Brazil, some just regular, like I think it's just heartleaf philodendron. It might be golden pothos and just not very variegated on this one. Yeah, I think that's what that was, because I see this leaf back there, but could be, I don't know. Like, is this, yeah, I think this is from the Brazil, which this means that, I don't know. Anyway, Peperomia Jenny. This actually had a second stalk in it and it rotted and fucking died, even though I didn't even water it, but maybe once since I've gotten it. Did I talk about this pickle plant? It's so cute. So we've got a little bamboo, some more micans, another micans. I told you I have a problem. So we've got, all right. So like I said, flowers from the Flaming Katie. I've got to like hurry this up because I'm running out of time on my phone. This is another mother of millions, but it's super etiolated because it doesn't get enough light. Prop station that's kind of empty right now. Not much going on. Just a black pagoda, some cebu blue, dying golden pothos, that kind of thing. All right, moving right along. So in the corner of our bedroom, this is my big cebu blue, the big mother plant. Another micans, another micans. And then this is a Schefflera Cutting that I got from my mom's job several months ago, and it is actually just rooting in water inside of this pot that it will be its home eventually. And it looks really good. The roots have done really, really well. It's time for me to pot it. I just haven't. And I think what I'm gonna do, because it's so curved, is I'm actually gonna cut it right there. And then my mom's piece that she took for herself died. So I'm gonna reroot the top part and then give that to her. Now we are in the bathroom, and I'm gonna just show y'all like our little windowsill plants. So I actually just got this one and this one yesterday. Today is the 15th of July, I want to say. So this is a Hoya carnosa compacta variegata, and this is actually my first Hoya, so I'm very excited. Yeah, it should go well. This is a Philodendron brantianum that I am y'all, my friend gave me a cutting that was already sad. It lost every leaf, and it finally put this out through like the most recent growth point after I chopped it again. And like it's rooting in perlite, and I think the last time I checked there were no roots. So all right, we've got a party time plant cutting that is now rooted, obviously, but like it was a cutting, and I had it rooted in water, and it's like from the same lady that gave me that. So this was that size when I got it, and now you see like, and it's been living on this windowsill ever since. Like that's just where it lives. I've only repotted it once. Tradescantia. This all came from Mama Zebby outside. It's kind of crispy right there, but I pinned a piece down, and I don't really know whether it's done anything or not, but it's cool, whatever. All right, I've got a Variegated Miranta, which actually looks worse than it did when I got it yesterday, so I think it needs some humidity. I might just run the shower for it, because it's kind of curled up a little bit, you see, like, I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. I think it actually is less curled up than it was yesterday. Maybe it just doesn't like laying on its side. Who knows, but that's what it's gonna stay like that. Okay, and then finally, I'm not gonna take this one down because it is on a pebble tray and that has water in it, and it's just annoying. But that is a begonia, and I think it's a neon something or a Kit Kat, or I don't know. If you know begonias really well, just let me know in the comments, because apparently depending on the light they can change to look like something else. So for this video, Riley is finally asleep on my back. Sleepy dust for the win. thanks for watching. Love you. Hopefully this is successful. I don't know. This will be my first video. I just want to do like a houseplant tour to show you guys what I take care of and my collection, so that way you know like kind of a basic understanding of my plant collection. I don't know if that makes any sense. All right, bye.